All right, and we are live. Lord Cognito here, IronLordPodcast, lordsofgaming.net. And who are these two fine gentlemen that we have in the realm of Dreamhack Dallas?
I'm Manny Feliciano, main dev.
And who are you, sir?
I'm John Snyder. I'm the producer and a lot of other things, but mainly producer. Yeah, I'd say so. Yeah.
And what's the name of this game here?
Well, that's Let 'em Cook.
Ooh, all right, let's talk about it. So for those in the realm who have no idea what Let Him Cook is, please explain.
So Let 'em Cook is a action survivor roguelike. You play as a little chef, and you fight all these crazy food puns everywhere. I mean, it's basically like, if you think of Vampire Survivors and Brotato,
Okay.
that'd be like up your alley.
Okay.
Call of Duty Zombies is another good one too.
All right.
But really simple game, and yeah, you just go ham, just fight food, and just have a good time.
Yeah,
No
really
doubt.
Highbrow, really highbrow.
highbrow,
Yeah, all the jokes. You got tomato. You got pork chop. They're right there on the banner. You take a look at it.
Serious.
Not a serious.
That's our main guy right there.
That's the main guy. That's Manny's brother.
That's
my brother.
That's the bro.
Yeah.
No doubt. So let's go take a look at this gameplay, man. We got people playing Let Him Cook. And for those, again, who don't know, just explain to us what's going on here, Manny.
Well, actually, right now she's going through the tutorial.
Okay, so it's the tutorial.
But she's figuring out right now, just kind of like, right now you can see she's kind of like swapping weapons. So like that's kind of like mainly the strategy behind this game is like you kind of gotta like come up with different kinds of builds to try to like fend off against the enemy.
Gotcha.
Yeah, it's all econ based. So like you spend some money, get all your weapons going, and then you just go ham and just
Nice.
beat all these enemies.
So I'm seeing with the different like the weapons and stuff, like we have different like food type categories that like, is like a kind of like builds, so to speak, that you could do.
Yeah, exactly. So with the food type categories, you think of it like Pokemon based. So like, you know, when you're like, when some of your moves are like super effective against an enemy, that's kind of like the same way here. So like, if you buy like a cleaver, for example,
Yeah.
it does good against meat enemies. If you get like a cheese grater, it's good against dairy enemies. It's literally 1-to-1.
So wonderful. Okay, I got it. We doing that. So again, now the other thing that was cool that I really noticed about Let 'Em Cook is the assistance. So we get help. We get people to help us out, our chef out.
Yeah, you got like little mini guys. They all have like different inherent abilities, and depending on like the weapons that they hold or like the way you're swapping your weapons into them, it triggers like their abilities, and then that's how you get that sort of synergy going.
Gotcha.
And that's how you're able to like get better at like defeating those enemies that are all around you.
Nice. Love it, man. Now, John, talk about this gameplay loop some more, man. Let 'Em Cook.
Okay, so right now we're in the buy phase. This is a lot of econ stuff. I think right now, okay, a bit conservative on the purchases there. Now we're in the main wave. We got some serial killers rocking.
Oh, we got the serial killers going.
Serial killers. Oh yeah, the little mohawks.
I like they got the mohawks with it.
Oh yeah, exactly.
They coming.
Yeah, that's right. We had right now those weapons that she's using are two fruit weapons,
Okay.
which are inferior and ineffective against grain like cereal. So, you gotta match the enemies, but she's still econ right. You're doing all right. I think right now the best purchase would be an assistant.
Yeah, so let's see if we can get an assistant, right? Where would the assistant buying go?
That would be going down to the hire button. You get to the little hiring button.
So it'd be like here in this corner here. Oh, so we would have hired some assistants.
Oh yeah, there we go.
All right, there we go.
Yeah, we have a bunch of options for her to pick from. I would personally.
Who you going with? You going with Eugene, Mickey? Who we doing? What we doing?
What would we do? I don't know. Daryl would be a good purchase. We got a dairy wave coming up.
All right, so we got there. All right.
Daryl would be a good purchase. It would be so Daryl buffs dairy weapons. So that'd be, and so once she equips more dairy weapons, she buys another. She could buy another assistant. It could be good. It could be a good option. There is inflation,
Oh, is inflation? Okay.
You can't escape inflation even in Let 'Em Cook.
We can't escape inflation to Let 'Em Cook. Damn.
No, so an early purchase could be good. So I would now, I shouldn't backseat too much. But,
No, you good. We're learning. This is good. We're learning.
All right, so now since the cheese grater's available, I would sell a knife to go for that. She's 2 under, which is just not the greatest skew of luck. Or she could lock it and save it for next wave. Which is, there's a lock button on the side, and it lets you basically hold on to weapons, and also it fixes the price.
Oh, okay.
So you can escape.
So you can say, okay, so now we're ready for next wave.
Now we're in the next wave.
All right, so we got our assistants, we're holding, and there's our guy. There's our guy right there.
That's
Okay.
Daryl right there.
That's Daryl. Daryl's working.
Whipped creams
Yeah, she got some whipped creams, and then she
American
got
cheese.
American versus Swiss cheese.
I
It's
like they got the American flags with the cheese.
Yeah, no, we do not. provide. I don't know what's going on with the cheeses these days. They're very, I don't know, the Swiss and the Swiss and American. It's crazy. Actually, it's a fun fact. Did you know that American cheese was made in Switzerland? The first American cheese was invented there. It was throwing a bunch of cheeses together. That's why it's called American. It's like a melting pot.
The first thing that I noticed real cool that I like the difference with Let 'em Cook is the fact that we have that dash button. I think that's cool, like going in between enemies. I love that. Tell me about that mechanic and how it gets useful later on.
Yeah, so like with that dash button, honestly, like compared to a lot of other Survivors games, we noticed that there's like this extra mechanic missing that I think a lot of people were asking for. You know, the fact that like when you get hurt and like when you get hit by these enemies, there's just like no forgiveness, right?
Yeah.
And like we want to add that extra dodge button to kind of get that like extra good feeling when you're like being able to dodge these enemies and get these extra iframes in.
Now the cool thing about the dodge mechanic is that you control it because you have like a meter, right? So you can't like spam it. You still got to wait for that, which is that yellow bar there, I'm assuming.
Yeah.
Really cool, man. And we got DJ PJ Sandwich on the ones and twos right here. And we got some. So how we feeling about Let 'em Cook so far?
I don't know what I'm doing, but I'm having a good time.
You're having a great time. You're doing good. You got your assistant going on. You're doing the dodge mechanic. All right. So now we get the between rounds thing. So you got the option between nutritionist and the other stuff.
Oh yeah, so those are the passes that you choose for the game. You know, there's always different kinds of builds that you can do depending on the character that you choose, but most likely than not, like you can always reroll your passes. And for people who are like 1-to-1 and try to get like a full crit build going, for example, that's just one of the things that like we offer in this game too. Just a lot of like different variation, variety. The sky's the limit.
That's
honestly.
awesome, man. And another thing that I love about Let 'em Cook that you guys have is boss battles.
Oh yeah.
Right. So is it like set between a certain amount of waves? Like what's the increments?
Yeah, so depending on the difficulty you're in, for easy it's wave 10, medium wave 15, and hard and expert is wave 20. And the boss that you face in the end is mainly like Cuphead inspired, and it's definitely like a way different than you would see in a regular Survivor's Life because you're just facing that boss and it's just full bullet hell straight up.
That's awesome.
So you're mainly focused on the boss and then you have to just try to go all out on it and just try to survive that final battle.
Bro, this is really cool, man. I'm definitely loving the vibe. Again, it feels like a little Cuphead, a little Brotato, a little Vampire Survivors energy, and then the food puns speak for itself. We got one of the best names in the business. How close are we to release?
So we're releasing June 18th, early access, literally like about 2 weeks from now, for around $6.99.
Okay,
So-
okay. That's a very nice price point,
It's a
$6.99.
bargain.
Mm-hmm.
So, hey, you know, can't go wrong.
So June 18th, how excited are we for getting close to release? Anything else you want to tell the people about Let 'em Cook?
You could be him. You could be him.
You could be him. You could be him. There we go.
You could be him.
That's it. You already got it right here. IronLordPodcast, Lord Cognito here with HF Studios. Let 'em Cook, June 18th. What can he do to support, get the information on the game?
Wish list. Yeah,
Wish list?
Just wish list
Yeah.
All right, cool.
We would love wish lists, social media too. We got a Twitter, our Discords, right in the Steam link, so you can follow us. That's the best way if you want to talk to
pass
us.
it to your friends if you
Yeah,
like it
exactly.
enough. Like it's a fun game overall.
Yeah.
No
Definitely.
doubt. You heard it here first. Let 'em Cook in the realm. Dreamhack Dallas. Go check it out, y'all.
Thanks so much. Oh yeah.